All right, it's late July, 20-something. I'm not really sure of the date, but my new garage door guy is on the way down here to deliver and install my garage door. So this will look a lot nicer at that point. Hey, stop eating stuff. But got to move the cars so we can get in there and work. So obviously the new battery put into the Chevelle. I just drove it out and parked it over here. I got to move the Eagle, and these wheel dollies have been giving me some trouble, whether it's the fact that I bought the cheapest ones I could find, or there's some pebbles and sticks on the ground, or driving them through the gravel out here on the driveway, or whatever. For one reason or another, they're not moving smoothly. I found one on the brake, but the real reason I'm recording this is just because I couldn't take it, so I decided I was going to switch these old flat tires over, get this thing standing as close to right as it can. And I'm in the middle of that right now, obviously, but I got to do the front tires. I just did the back end, and the back is, funny enough, this side looks like it's almost lower than the bad side before, now that they're both on nice inflated tires. I haven't done the suspension or anything yet. I'm just putting the tires on just for the sake of getting them out and getting organized with the crap tires that I got to get rid of, and rims over here. But look at this. This one is sitting on the ground too. And this is the side that had been sinking all that time. I got like a fist of room almost in there, like it should be. And then on this side, that had been the good one, it's like I got a finger of space. So I'm not quite sure what side has the bad leaf spring at this point, but luckily I've got new ones up there and coils and everything. But I just thought that was real interesting because the way it was sitting in the mud, and then I put, because that wheel over there was the one that hasn't been turning, is the one on the passenger side. So I went ahead and replaced it, and now somehow that thing looks like it's sitting better than the side that's been good all this time. It's really, I'm shocked at how that kind of came around. So, maybe it's something to do with the wheel dollies. I don't think so, because they're both on them. So I'm going to switch the front over if I can before the garage door guy gets here, and we'll see what it looks like then. But sadly, that's the last place we had Elvis, is in that, or Elvis was my other dog that I lost a long time ago that I really liked, but Cyrus was in there. We miss him, but we did just find out that the breeder that we want to use, who had her bulldogs bred on the day that we found Cyrus, passed away when I woke up in the morning, was the day that she had bred her bulldogs, and just were confirmed not that long ago that they were actually pregnant. And then on my way up here, she texted and said they actually had the puppies. So the puppies are about 2 days old now, and I'm looking forward to seeing some pictures. I haven't got any information yet, but I'm trying not to bother her as much as I really, really want to, just because I know she's got to be exhausted trying to take care of 8 baby bulldogs and everything else she's got going on. But anyway, that is the short update for right now. All right, now all 4 tires are changed over to the new ones. So this popped back up some from what it originally was. It's still not a ton. It's about 3 fingers in there. So luckily both leaf springs are getting done. I'm going to do the front shocks, but sorry for my fingers. I'm trying to make this look better. But this has got a lot of room in the front. On there, it's got a whole hand width easy. It sure looks good. Even in the rust, I might keep that rust and just try to clear it and make it a nice patina. I kind of like the way it looks, except for this side's a little too much, but this side's a little lower than the other. I don't know, maybe if I sit in the driver's seat, that won't be the case. And then this side, it's come up some. It's not quite as high as the other side, so it is still a little bit lower. The side we thought was bad is still the bad side. But this makes me feel like the front is actually, the way it's set up is better than those leaves. I think both of the leaves may be shot, but the one on the other side for sure is worse. But for just putting tires on there, man, it popped it up. I'll tell you, sitting on those wheel dollies, it's high like a four-wheel drive. It's pretty cool. You know, I wouldn't mind having it lifted up to that if I could fill the wheels and make it look right, but that's really the right size tire and wheel combination, I think, for this car. So it's going to be there. But now we're going to try and see if getting everything equalized, maybe I can move this a little easier around on those dollies. I've got to get it out of the way before the guy gets there to do the garage. So that's it. Just wanted to keep everything updated. Oh, the one other thing I discovered, you know, sorry again, I thought, because I looked at this plate and there's this 1015, I think that's when it was due, October 15th, to be renewed. The year is actually 04. So this thing spent 22 years at least now off of the road. So a little more than I had originally thought, but nonetheless, everything is still solid. Everything is still here. I still have to figure out some of the electrical, most of the electrical. I have to figure out how to get the dash back together. The brakes are the thing that are worrying me the most right now. Probably the clutch too when I get to that. But the brakes are, having these tires off and looking at them, it may be, I don't have a torch, I don't have all the tools, so I may have to figure out a way to get some professional help on these drums. We'll see what happens when I get this thing up on jacks and try to, up on jack stands, I guess, and try to beat the drums off of it and see if we can get them opened up and buy a kit to replace them and stuff. But, you know, everything's solid, but it's definitely, there's definitely no brakes, and there's definitely going to be some work involved with getting it set to how we want it. But overall, for as much effort and time as I've put in to get to where I'm at so far, I'm pretty content with it. So nice little hobby, fun to do. Hopefully I can get it fixed and running and take the non-believing wife out to a lunch. One more little update. It did move a lot easier now that the weight's a little more evenly distributed, but it also helped when I figured out that that back one had a brake on. So that was the biggest problem with getting it to move. But definitely rolled a little bit. Hopefully I'll be considered out of the way enough that he can replace this garage door. Otherwise, I don't want to put those out in the gravel again. So I'll roll up my bubble and try and spin it sideways or something to get it if I have to do more than this. But I'm hoping he'll be able to work around this and everything will be good.